they also consider at the end of the day that babysitting in US will also give like a few revenue only, like a little revenue only, like for Indonesia, for example, right? Then it also means it's better, right, to invest in our case. Because probably true in our case, there is a possibility of fail, or possibility in the very first place that the income is also small. But in the long run, it is going to be more sustainable, right? Because our people can be developed further in the economic skills, in selling, for example, which can never happen in status quo. But secondly, it's going to be a probability of them also flourish in their own market in the status quo, right? Which is the main reason that developing nation is actually can at the end of the day move on from the ladders of the poverty itself, right? If they ask the process, we already told you, right? Because in investing in KUR, for example, that's when we will make sure that we train the mothers, right, to make sure they know about the products that they sell, right? And the products anyway come from the companies that necessarily, when they sell the products, it means that the tax is also going to come to government, right? So we think in this case, the cycle of the the product selling is actually and in giving tax is actually running, right? In our case, right? So we think that actually happened better in our case. But I'm going to give like 3 rebuttals before going to my incentive speech, right? Not yet. One, when Stella said that companies will have interest in US because they see that now the people in the laborers there can be developed better, right? We don't necessarily asking because necessarily proving why. Let me give you the comparative of the companies there and our government, right? In companies, Mr. Speaker, they will not have the incentive because if there is a position that can be given to develop like the companies, they will give it to the US local people, right? Because they think that the local people are more ready, for example, to take that position in contributing with the people. Because the nature of the company, if they want to give the better job, is when they can make sure that the people in the company can all advance better, right? Which in this case, the people that work in the company is the people that work in the office type is the US local itself, right? Not the Indonesian laborers that work there as the cleaning service, for example, right? We think in this instance, the motivation like what Stella claimed actually doesn't exist. But the comparative in the government local in our side, precisely because poverty level has always been the main concern of the government in case that whatever the politicians do, for example, in the campaign or in this program like KUR, right, it will always target to these poor people, right? Meaning there is a motivation and incentive to make sure that these people can be developed anyway. So even in this level, regardless it is successful or not, we think that the incentive to build them up will be better in our case, right? But second rebuttal, when Stella said that, but if you look at it, China already moved to second level society. Therefore, this kind of labor issue will no longer be lucrative for them. That's not true, right? Let's assess the nature of China, though I don't live there, right? The nature of Chinese is that when they can utilize like all of the possibilities to get the most income, that's when they will do it, right? So even if they have already like the products that is concerned, for example, that are cheap, that doesn't negate the fact that they will also want to focus on the services that is also cheap, right? In order to be opted in by lots of people, right? Because for China, it's not about only income, but it's about all markets are dependent to them, right? We think in this instance, they will still make this kind of labor policy to be lucrative by all people, right? But what's so different with Indonesia is that when China wanted to execute a labor policy, it is going to be more sustainable because China is already developed nations that do not struggle that much in terms of poverty, for example, right? The difference with Indonesia is that when they send the labor, they still have lots of policies that need to be struggled on, right? We are talking about economic policy that still struggles in this case. We are also talking about the law enforcement that is still very poor, that still have lots of flaws, right? So we think in this instance, when we cannot have that much of control to make sure that the development can happen in each sector, it's better to pull it all up in our case and make sure that we can flourish one by one, right? But here's the main contention from Stella in the third rebuttal. They say it's a mismatched solution in our case because if you look at it, anyway, there will still be a local babysitter in our case. And what's going to happen? The mentality is still going to be bad. Precisely, that's true, right? But precisely when this such thing happen, that's when we try to sway their mentality by incentivizing them to opt into our KUR system, right? To compare by just giving them the option to go to the labor, which if the mentality is still bad, right? Because what you are going to promote to your children is that you are labor. Even if you incentivize your children to be like to take a degree, for example, because your mother, in this case, is also a labor. Then when the children do not Okay, here's the thing with children in Indonesia. When they cannot, understand, when they think that at the end of the day, education is very expensive. When education is still very cannot even ensure that you can work properly, that's when they will see their parents, right? And then if your parents works as a labor there, that's when they will also want to copy, right? Their parents to go to work as the labor also in that sense. But the difference in our case is that when we shift the mentality to have like to go to KWR, for example, and if they opted there and see their parents on how to sell and buy, that's when there is more incentive for the children to opt in with with the same principle like their parents, right? Which we think in this case, if the parents go to the business, they will be more likely for the children to also go to business, right? That's when the incentive to go for education, to opt into education, will be better in our side, right? We think in this instance, we better develop our people, which is why it's going to be good. But before that, yes.
We all hate our parents, right? We always want to oppose them. But secondly, even if it's true that, let's say, your microfinance is going to gamble on success and failure, but in us, at least it's sustainable because the monthly salary will always be there and will be sent home every month.
The thing with that salary, right? The problem is that the revenue that mostly, even if it's big, the revenue will go to US people at the end of the day, right? But assuming that it goes to us, we think in our case, there will also be revenue in that sense, right? But the difference is like this. In their place, their parents, their people will always work as training service, right? And that's all. There is not going to be ability that is going to enhance from these individuals. In our side, there will be, right? We think that in this instance, in comparative of beneficial, we think that's going to be more beneficial in our case. But here's my last contribution. Why we think the sustainable growth will happen better in our case? Because sustainable growth based on are counted in two factors, right? One is that human resources that those economic skills can be enhanced, like what Jamil told you. But secondly, when investors see that there is a potential growth of the people that can be utilized in the market. Once you go with our case, when there are people who are already moving, like to KWR, for example, mostly, that's when there is more incentive for investors to also opt into these poor people, right? To compare with in the status quo, they only focus on middle class and the upper class people, right? So we think even in our scenario, the development of poor might be able to be extended, having the scenario that it is lucrative now for the investors there, right? So we think that in our case, probably there will be like lots of questions, but there's the most probability in developing our case, right? Which is we think that in developing nation, that is the most important we back to propose.